The Outdoor Journal. Brought to you by Shimano. Geared for performance.
Dateline 6 a.m. Ensenada, Mexico. Hi everybody, I'm Angelo, Viola, and this is the starting point for what can only be categorized as this journalist's most grueling gut check. I'm going to park my butt in one of these monstrous race cars and drive in the first ever 2,000-mile non-stop, no-holes-barred race across the Baja. I'm going to be part of an 8-car team, the biggest team to ever race this event. The 2,000-mile course will span the entire length of this twisted strip of land called the Baja Peninsula from Ensenada to Cabo San Lucas. An estimated 1 million people will line the race course over the next 3 days to witness history in the making. 250,000 of them are here today at the starting line to see the most amazing collection of racing machinery ever assembled. In this pit row, you'll see it all. From world-class factory teams with drivers of great family lineage to poor factory workers racing the family dune buggy, each competing in one of 25 classes and all focused on just one mission. No, not that. To do battle with Mother Nature's cruelest excuse for a racetrack, the Baja 2000, baby. Well, it looks like we've got just a few minutes before blast-off. So let me tell you how I got into this mess in the first place. A couple of years back, we were invited to come down to Mexico and spend a few days in the Baja behind the wheel of one of these radical racers by this man, Todd Clement. Todd, himself a multiple champion of the 500 and 1,000-mile versions of this race, has just started a company called Wide Open Baja, an enterprise designed to put the average Joe behind the wheel of these extraordinary racing machines. Is there another Baja 1-3 in the future for Todd Clement?
Boy, I sure hope so. I hope there's plenty, and I'm really looking forward to the 2000, and I hope to be ready for that event.
Well, 3 years later, I find myself heading down Highway 5 from San Diego to Ensenada, still trying to get ready. And as far as I can tell from reading up on this event, there seems to be only one common theme: survive. Wide Open Baja, this is it. The official registry. The unofficial because this is the registration center for just Wide Open Baja guys, 64 of us. A little bit later on, we'll be doing the actual official registration into the Baja 2000. Now, I was doing the math on the way down here. There's apparently 264 racers entered in this event at $4,000 US per. You do the math. I think it's about $1 million, and I want a piece of that baby.
Is your Bible? You need to memorize everything.
My Bible.
Yes.
Yeah, I have everything I need for that. This might be the
question
public.
is, do you know how to drive?
No.
Okay.
Nobody said anything about that. I just found out that I'm going to be doing the night driving. Section 4, they call it. It's from 6 p.m. till 4 p.m. or earlier if I crash or blow the car up. So we're going to be going through the night, right? Well, I'll get out of your hair. How's that? It'll be one less you have to worry about.
No,
Thanks,
that's great.
Chris.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Have fun.
This is Marty Fioca, Todd's trusted sidekick and team coordinator for the 8 Wide Open Baja cars. You think you got a tough job. Suit time.
Hey, Angelo, what can I say? Let me dig through here.
Suit time.
Look, Angelo, Viola.
The big one.
The big one.
one.
That's right. All our proper sponsor logos on there. You're good to go.
Very nice.
Good to go racing.
I'm going to be getting into the car at night. Now, temperatures drop drastically.
Yeah, temperatures can absolutely drop. The thing is funny is that if you're in the car and you're concentrating on driving, you never really feel the temperature. I never have.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get out, or you have to stop and change a flat or whatever else, all of a sudden it gets cold. So everybody usually puts a jacket inside the car. The night can get cool, especially in Baja. Especially it sounds like this race is going to be a little cooler than normal.
Now, I also heard they're expecting only a 20% survival rate on the cars? 20 or 30% of the
Yeah.
cars will actually survive?
I've heard that too. Considering that it's the longest desert race ever, and we're asking these cars to do as much as they do times 2. I mean, a car after a 1,000-mile race tends to be worn out.
Yeah.
So now double the mileage, and what do you have left? So it's going to be all up to the drivers.
Well, I promise you one thing. If my car shows up in leg number 4, I will definitely get it to the end. That I can guarantee you.
Very good.
Okay, buddy, I'm going to go talk to some of the other drivers, and I guess we'll catch you at one of the checkpoints.
Very good. I'll get these.
Thanks, pal.
Thanks.
I don't think I could do that. I don't.
No
I
way.
mean,
couldn't do
not
100
the
miles
full.
an
You know what? I just gave Angelo one of our suits, and I'm really worried. He doesn't seem like he's really got a handle on this whole thing, but you know, we gotta try to keep an eye on him because he may be trouble down the road.
Oh, or a couple of years. There's no way. No. But
I think they have these kind of roads in Canada, and I think that you know, he's coming in here, you know, kind of as a newcomer, so we got to kind of watch him.
Not a chance. Not a chance. I mean, why am I even thinking about it?
My car.
Hey, this is no time for cold feet, big boy. Just suck back and reload. Seeing Todd so cool and calm makes me kind of feel a little bit more at ease. After all, I've only got one car to worry about. He's got 8. Good. I like high-speed watchouts.
Technical, I thought they said too.
Yeah,
a lot,
technical.
lot of rock.
Is it?
Yeah.
Somebody was saying that there's a section that is like a jungle canopy that we can be driving through.
All right, little oasis.
Really? That'd be kind of neat.
That should be, especially in the dark. Oh, great. This I'm good at. Team pictures.
This is your chance for stardom.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Good, got him. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep smiling, baby. You got them all fooled. The Baja 2000, like any other major auto race, is more than just a bunch of high-performance machinery. It's an event. And to the country of Mexico, it's the Super Bowl. In fact, the only other sporting event revered as much by the Mexicans, no, not that, is the World Cup of Soccer. More money is generated by this single event than all other yearly attractions combined. And it's all made possible through the efforts of this man, Sal Fish, president of SCORE, the sanctioning body behind this world-class show.
It is unbelievable. First of all, it's not only in a foreign country, but as you know, Mexico is a third world country. And they're struggling. They've got a lot of new things, a lot of things that they're trying to do. But this promotion, as you can see, what it's done for this community, I mean, it's overwhelming. And not only here in Ensenada, but you start going down, which you'll see when you're in your race vehicle or chase vehicle, there are complete cities that are built up now with motorhomes, campers, tents. The economy, the impact that comes into Baja and Baja Sur is overwhelming.
Welcome back to Ensenada, Mexico, where over 250,000 people have assembled to celebrate the Baja's greatest sporting event ever. There's so many stories behind the scenes here that you just haven't got time to get them all, but I ran into Scott here, who is instrumental in putting some of the cars together that will be running for the wide open Baja segment of the race. Scott, you're running what class?
Pro truck.
Pro truck. Now, what's the difference between a pro truck and the buggy I'm going to be racing? How does it differ from this?
This has got a little more horsepower, starts a little farther ahead of it, but overall same ride. They're both fast cars.
Now, you seem like a pretty honest guy.
Yeah.
What are my chances of finishing this?
Your chances are good. Those cars have been tested, toured, backup. They have more Baja miles than any other car out here. So you guys have a good chance. And, you know, Todd's got the crew to put it together and the parts. And, I mean, basically, they can rebuild the whole thing, just whatever you do to it.
That's what I thought you'd say. Well, I'll take it. Good luck to you, buddy. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay, Riviera Hotel. This is the headquarters for SCORE, the sanctioning body for the Baja races that they have. And before I can actually race, I've got to go in and register as an official driver, all kinds of certificates for liability insurance and all kinds of goodies. Then I'm official and I can get in the seat and race. Just trying to get over 500 drivers registered and signed in the race would be a logistical nightmare in itself. But to do it in this remote part of a third world country is mind-boggling. Beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Am I official?
You're official.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great race.
Well, I'm going to try my best.
See you in Cabo.
Okay, take care. My next stop is the wide-open Baja garage, just on the outskirts of town, to meet the boys who will make all the little pieces run well, and to get myself introduced to the most important element of my team. BC5, there she is. Oh my God, she's absolutely breathtaking. The power's developed from a fully race-tuned Porsche 2.2-liter super engine. Huge coil-over Bilstein shocks and double wishbone aluminum arms are the best money can buy and give this seductive baby a full 28 inches of wheel travel. 2,000 pounds of raw power and agility packaged in fiberglass and steel designed to conquer the Baja. And what a great set of sneakers! Yokohama 33 by 12.5 inches. Somebody pinch me quick! My God, have I finally found true love? Anyway, time to wipe off the drool, boys, and get back to work. The reason we're here is to outfit this beauty with some special hardware for remote cameras so that we can get some of those great in-car action shots.
This one off.
Okay, which way is this going? So
that's going to go on a pipe somewhere.
On the look of it, that's going to be sitting horizontally like that. Pipe's going to run through there. Camera's going to sit there.
Camera's on the top of that.
The only concern is the distance here.
Yeah.
So I think we've got to worry about it.
He's out, but I'm in.
Why don't you guys tell me what you're doing right now?
Well, we're rigging up an experimental camera. We had a special frame built for a 6mm camera. Last time we were down here, we lost the camera, completely lost it. It flew out somewhere out the front of the car while we were racing through a cactus patch. So this time we had a specially built harness, and we just finished putting the final little touches of good old duct tape. And I think it's going to work. So for now, it's time for the mandatory drivers meeting.
Baja 2000, baby. Woo!
Boy, do you think these guys are pumped? Over 500 participants have gathered here, eagerly awaiting this man's State of the Union address. To say Sal has dedicated his life to the Baja is a gross understatement.
I think experiencing, for me at least, a lifetime dream to pull this off, and I know for each and every one of you, this is going to be something that you'll remember for the rest of your life and tell an incredible amount of stories to your friends and anyone that wants to listen to you and try to believe what you're going to go through or gone through. And in the last week, I've been to an awful lot of press conferences, and there's been some, unique questions asked, but basically, it comes down to, they ask me, who is my favorite? I told this one reporter today, I said, it's like asking a mother and father that has 3 or 4 children, which one is their favorite boy or girl? And how could they pick one? And I feel that all of you out there are my family. And I've worked hard. Anyway, I think you know what I'm trying to say, you guys.
Okay, only a few hours left before the big event. So you'd think everyone would be getting some sleep, right? Wrong. It's called last-minute tweaking. After all, it could make the difference between surviving or getting eaten up out there tomorrow. As we start to do some last-minute audio cable adjustments, a totally unexpected monkey wrench gets thrown in from one of our BC5 teammates. So this will be permanent?
That I'm going to tape.
That should go to his helmet.
We need to...
Yeah.
Not too hard. Come on.
No, this part here is staying just like this.
We're going to have this in...
Yeah, no, we're going to beat our head on this.
No, you're not. You're not, buddy.
Yes, we are.
No, you're
I've
not.
raced for 20 years. We're going to beat our head on that.
It's coming out.
And then that...
You guys. We're picking up the first 2 drivers that go in the car.
Oh, you're going to put a camera on the first 2 guys, too?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
go ahead.
The whole idea was to pick up...
Otherwise,
you got 4 cameras?
Otherwise...
Because the camera ain't going to make it through very long. You're going to have a couple cameras.
That's why we want to just use it for the start of the race. at the first driver switch, we're going to yank it out.
Oh.
It'll be gone. Then there'll be nothing left in here other than this. And if you want this out, we'll yank it out too.
Well, if you turn over, you're going to beat your head on that.
Okay.
And
Well,
if you beat your head on it, you're liable to scramble your brains and be.
Would you feel better with it out? I'll take it out.
It should come out.
Okay. Well, we'll take it out after the first. In fact, take the damn thing out now. Let's just take it out completely now. I don't want to have to worry about it. Yank it out.
Let me get this out.
Yank it all out. We'll just do
pull this out.
We'll do the last end of it. That's all. You know, I wish the hell he had said something earlier on today before we started working, you know. We asked everybody if there was any problems. Obviously. Yeah, well, one of life's little stumbling blocks, I guess. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Ensenada. Our 8-car team is set and ready to roll out to challenge the Baja and the other 204 cars.
Let's go racing, baby.
It's morning start of the race, you know,
Yes.
It's pretty exciting. I feel great, you know, finally we have a beautiful day, the rain is gone. It's quite amazing, the whole organization of this race is really quite unbelievable that it's really been going for months with the pre-runs and with everything, and it's just finally here, and it's awesome day, and you know, the cars are ready to leave, and the fun is just about to start.
I just can't wait to get driving. I think it's great. It's nothing like I've ever experienced in my life before, and I'm looking forward to every minute of it.
We've heard just anything that
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Have a riot, guys. That's the bottom line. Have fun. Yeah.
Drive your own pace. Don't
Exactly. Otto, the big moment, buddy.
Hey, how are you doing?
This is it.
We come a long ways.
Oh, no kidding.
Remember when we started this?
No kidding.
You went on the first trip.
Wow. What was your biggest challenge in putting this thing together?
At first, people thought that you know, naturally, it was too grandiose an idea. And then they you know, once you start to put it on paper, send it out, and guys start to rally around the idea. How are you going to get the crew members? When you send that out, and once everybody started to digest it, they said, you know, this could be done.
Looks fabulous.
Yeah,
Fantastic job in the cars. Absolutely
Thank you.
outstanding. It didn't rain last night.
Yeah, well,
did it help at all?
Yeah, it helps, of course, not to have the water in the guys' electronics faces, making them cold and everything, but the ground is soaked, and some of the mud holes out by the wheat fields, mile 40, are just tragic. We have our work cut out. The only advantage is these guys know they're not in a hurry to get through the first 500-700 miles of this race. They want to get the cars down to the next leg. Once they get them there, they can start to race if they have a piece of equipment left. But I think they all understand they might not have to race, and we've got our time cut out for us. I hope those guys just take it easy.
For those of you sitting there wondering what's the big deal, I mean, it's only 8 cars. Well, let me put it to you this way. IndyCar teams, F1 car teams, NASCAR teams usually deal with 2 or 3 cars max. They're in a controlled environment. In other words, it's a circular track. You start at A and come back to A. You're dealing with professional drivers, professional team members. These guys have been working together for years. Todd's situation is totally different. He has 8 cars to deal with. It's a straight line track, and it's 1,700 plus miles, dealing with drivers that, for the most
Limited
part,
experience. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel 80% satisfied in the skill level of the drivers right now. I've 20% of the guys here did not put enough time in practicing. That was their own decision. And I really feel for those guys, and I'm gonna try to give them as much attention as I can, but it's gotta be equal to all the vehicles right now, and we've got our time cut out for us. I hope those guys just take it easy.
Yeah, I'm just hoping somebody drops a car off for me in the last part of this race.
That would be a novel idea.
It would be a very novel idea. Okay, boys, have a riot out there. Don't scare the hell out of them too badly there, Ron. Okay, good luck, buddy. Have a riot. We'll see you at the first change. Now, a hero's ride through town to set up at the starting area. The sheer excitement becomes your worst enemy at a time like this. For the 200-plus starting drivers, the adrenaline overload meter is now approaching the critical red line. As for me, well, seeing as I don't get in the car till the last leg of the race, I'm just gonna take it all in and just go with it, baby.
I can just imagine the feeling that's going through those bodies in that car right now, man. The adrenaline, I'm pumped. It's in the air, for God's sake. Wild, wild. Probably the first 10 miles is going to be the toughest because everybody's so full of adrenaline. They're going to want to override the car. So if they can get past the first little leg, we'll be laughing.
Join me next week for the exciting conclusion of our Baja Challenge. I promise you, you don't want to miss it.
This car has done battle with the Baja, and it has won.